This is a Celtic knot design and a fun activity that creates an optical illusion. So it looks like the ribbons are alternating and going back and forth behind each other and over each other. This may also be a design element that you incorporate into your mandala, and it involves a certain amount of problem solving. As you will see by doing this, you have to think ahead as to where something is going to go over or under. The handout gives you directions on how to begin, and you begin with 4 vertical lines. Lightly draw these with your pencil because you will go over these with marker. And that's followed by 4 horizontal lines. And you make loops at the end of 2 lines. And the same thing with the horizontal bars. You can proceed to use watercolor or colored pencils. In this case, I'm going to use a broader based marker. And here's where I have to think about, is it going to go behind a line or over a line? So I'm going to start and use more of the side of the marker, and this is going to come up, and this one will go over and stop, pick up again, stop, go under here, and now this side goes over and stops, and over and stops. And then I can take the tip of the marker and make that a little bit more even and better crafted. And I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. I don't have to stick with this color. I could change colors if I wanted to. And this is a little trickier than it looks. You might be surprised when you start doing it. But again, it's a good, challenging, artistic activity, but also involves a certain amount of problem-solving skill. Then I'm going to take a contrasting marker and do the horizontal ribbons. And touch up where there might be gaps or idiosyncrasies within the design. And my red marker for a little bit more touch up here. And then to really make this more polished in appearance, I can decorate around the edges. If I'm doing this with colored pencil, I could try and create more three-dimensional quality to the ribbons, have a little bit of a shine on the ribbons. I could take a white colored pencil and make it look like there's light that's being cast or reflected off of the ribbon. And what you'll want to do is, again, think of this as a doodling activity, playing in your sketchbook, and think of how many different ways you can make a Celtic knot. So right now this Celtic knot is within a square format. How could you change it and make it triangular or circular or have more than these 4 intersecting lines and see what happens. And then many students have previously used the Celtic Knot to highlight areas of their mandala designs, and you may choose to do that also, but it's not necessary. I would like to see you experiment with a variety of ways in your sketchbook of making the Celtic Knot. And again, think in terms of engagement and persistence whenever you approach assignments in your sketchbook journal. And that edging just gives a nice finish, overall finish, and it really looks like it's a ribbon that's weaving in and out. And that's a finished Celtic Knot.